Hey everybody, Matt Johnson here. Welcome to the latest episode of Real Estate Uncensored. As always, I am joined in the co-pilot seat by the junior grandmaster himself, Greg McDaniel. What is up today?
Matt, my dear good friend. Hey, congratulations to you, everybody. Right now, Matt and I are actually in the same time zone.
Woo!
Whoa, Matt is an official California resident. Welcome to San Diego, my friend. I know that the city is now better off that you are a resident. I do fear for the poor young ladies, though, because there's going to be hearts breaking all over that city as soon as they meet you, buddy. So,
Thank you, but I have no comment on that. But it's good to be back officially and a resident once again in San Diego. Love it here. Can't get enough of it. I'm literally standing here looking out at palm trees and the opposing hill in Mission Valley. For anyone that knows San Diego, my balcony overlooks the San Diego River, which apparently is a thing. It doesn't actually move; it's more of a lake, but it overlooks all of Mission Valley. It's one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen in my life. So I'm extremely happy.
You know what? I have a view as well. It's of two walls meeting, a bunch of papers, a map. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Beautiful views.
I know. But then you step outside and you're in East Bay, so I think you'll survive.
I was totally thinking about you this morning, dude. I was coming back from the gym, and I walk out, and I'm just freezing my ass off, right? I'm like, oh, it's so cold. What's the temperature? Oh, it's 50 degrees.
What the bad part is I did the exact same thing, and I'm from the Midwest, so I should know better.
Everybody, Matt was giving me a ton of shit yesterday because I was telling him, like, dude, it is freaking freezing. He's like, what was it, 50 degrees? I'm like, yeah.
I went to walk my dog this morning and realized that I should have brought my winter coat, and it probably could not have been a shade under 50 degrees outside. I'm like, ooh, oh man, it's chilly out here. So you acclimate quickly to SoCal. So, all right, for anyone still, we're just waiting for people to join us live. So let me quickly speak to those of you who are watching the replay on YouTube. First of all, thank you very much. We appreciate you finding us, especially if you're stumbling across us by the recommended videos. If you're out there searching for some helpful content on how to grow your real estate business, you may have found us on YouTube. So do yourself a favor and subscribe right here on YouTube. That'll tell YouTube that you like our content and let you know when we put out future videos, but also it'll serve up more real estate coaching content from all the other coaches out there that are doing a fantastic job. So you get that. If you prefer the audio version, if you want to have us just nestled right here in your earbuds, just go to iTunes or Stitcher, depending on your device, and subscribe there. And then we want to give a quick shout out to our very helpful sponsors, Viral Marketing. Number one, thank you for cutting a check to help make live podcasts and hangouts like these happen. And then a quick shout out to your buddy Pierce, who runs a program called Equity. And so if you're looking to generate buyer leads and you want to coordinate with a lender to get half of that paid for, he's got all that set up. So it's very cost effective, especially if you're a newer agent or if you're an agent that's looking to break into a new area. You can very inexpensively generate very targeted buyer leads. It's a really fantastic program. It's called Equity. So Greg, what's the best way for people to reach out to you so that you can hook them up with Pierce?
Guys, give me a call or text me. My cell is 925-915-1978. The reason I'm giving everyone my cell phone because I have had several people. What up, Pablo? By the way, man, had a great call with you out of SAC. He hit me up and we spent an hour on the phone together talking and kind of getting them re-energized. So reach out to me. I want to help you guys. If you have a question about something, seriously, call me. Everybody that does, is honestly blown away that I get back to him like, well, I told you I was going to. I mean, what did you expect was going to happen?
Yes, Greg is in fact a real person. He is not a hologram or some other figment of your imagination.
Yeah, Victoria, what is up as well? So happy that you took my marketing advice and you put it into action. You're amazing. Keep up the great work.
And a quick shout out to Miguel and Jamil. They went through the 30-day high intensity prospecting experiment all the way to the end. They were troopers and really kicked some butt, made a ton of calls and got some good results there. So Greg, you want to share real quick kind of what your ending results were from that? We haven't talked about that a whole lot, so I don't know if you have anything compiled yet, but just share kind of your experience in October.
Sure. Thanks for throwing me under the bus, buddy.
Yeah, completely. I did kind of, didn't I?
You moved to California, you throw me under the bus. God, there goes the Midwest kind of charm and kindness out of you.
I know. Somebody asked me the other day if the Midwest is where nice guys come from. I'm like, it depends.
Sure. If you think I'm a nice guy, whatever. No,
That's right.
in all honesty, guys, what I got out of this, I was doing a minimum of 300 phone calls or outbound messages a day. Trust me, that was a little bit on the rough side, but I did get them done. I was setting a CMA about once every day to once every other day. I think I counted them last night, around 23 CMAs for 1 month, which is not bad. We've taken 2 listings. They're both, one is in contract. They bought another home. They sold their home for 800. They bought a house for $1.4 million. So that doesn't suck. And then we have another one for $1.05 million, which I believe is going to go well over that on Monday, directly from my calls. And I have several CMAs still in the hopper and people that I'm getting back with. So it's a very, very lucrative month for our team, just doing marketing and follow-up and prospecting. So,
and just to give people a good idea of what you mean by like CMAs and how that fits into your process. So you kind of take, you have like a 2-step listing process where you do a CMA first, then you're following up, and then you're going out on the actual list pres, right?
Right. What I do is I tell people I need to do it in 2 phases. So I go out because I can't give you a value if I don't know what I'm looking at. Right. So I go out, I meet them, do my dog and pony dance, ooh and ah, ooh, that's great. Wow, that's amazing. Then I go back, I take tons of notes. Do I have one of my sheets? Like, just take out, one of my sheets like this, and I just make prolific notes on it. Anyone's on iTunes or Stitcher, didn't get to be bombarded by my chicken scratch. But I write down different things that kind of remind me of things. It also shows the homeowners that you're paying attention to what they're saying, makes them feel good because everyone wants to be noticed. At that point, I come back and then I log into TouchCMA, which I poo-pooed for quite a while, but I got to tell you guys, it is a very clean, very professional looking presentation software. I actually got 2 emails, one yesterday from Michael, who is a prospect of mine in Concord, and then Tom in Danville, both thanking me for their professional looking CMA. So if you guys don't know TouchCMA, this is not a contributor to the show. It's just a system I use. So go out and take a look at it, guys. It really helps a lot. And it's a great way to stay in touch because instead of forgetting who you sent a CMA for, they keep a log. So you can go back and systematically go back and speak to them. And that's going to be kind of one of the things I'm going to talk about, Matt, today when it comes to doing the art of the pop buy.
Yeah.
So
so basically you got some really good results out of your high intensity prospecting for the month of October. You've got a ton of people in the pipeline. If you were to follow that program for 3 months, you'd have more business than you know what to do with, and you spend more than 4 to 5 hours a day just handling all of that stuff. So it's one of those things where it works so well, you almost have to back off. Otherwise, you'll have to start just sending leads off to other people.
No, that's exactly what my problem is, Matt. And I'm not kidding or bragging that I have to back off on my calls now because I will inundate the general public too much to the point when I could tick them off, or 2, I would have that horrible problem having way too much business. But it comes down to a quality of service as well, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to serve each client with the same level, with professionalism. And a couple of days ago, I had 3 or 4 CMAs that were backing up that were like 3 or 4 days past, and I was starting to freak out. I had a couple of avids I had to write. I had to show a bunch of buyers, and it all was generated from this program. So yeah, be careful of your success, guys. Do it in an amount that you can handle. Once you get past that, go hire an assistant, go hire a VA, go hire your best friend's kid sister who's really good at doing paperwork. Who cares? Get someone that can take whatever you don't like doing off your plate.
Yeah. If anybody wants to, I think if you go to EliteRealEstateSystems.com, there was an interview I did with Jeff Cohn and it was separate from the one that you and I did with him, Greg. Mm-hmm. So just me and Jeff, and he talked about when he was a solo agent, his first hire was not a personal assistant. It wasn't a VA or anything like that. He right off the bat hired a transaction coordinator.
Oh, God,
so
yeah.
Once he, and you've got Eileen, which is the steel trap.
The steel trap.
Yeah, so you've got that person already on board. Most agents don't, but you can find other agents who are perfectly content doing paperwork. They would love to do nothing but paperwork all day. They don't want to talk to people, but they're in real estate for some, I don't know, some mysterious reason. But there are people that will gladly handle the transaction for you or do it, with you once the buyer or the seller is under contract.
Yeah.
So and that frees you up to keep on prospecting. One of the things that we noticed going through this high intensity prospecting program and taking a couple handfuls of agents through that process is that 300 calls a day is maybe out of reach for most people unless they arrange their life in such a way that they can set that time aside like in the morning and then not touch it. Like it can't, like nothing can interfere with that because otherwise you fall behind too quickly, right? So you know what we found and what we're kind of working on another program is kind of that sweet spot where you can commit to it and set that time aside a certain time every single day and just keep doing it, and the business doesn't start to creep into that time and pull you off the phone or off the doors.
Yeah, you got to stay religious in regards to your prospecting time, and an hour would be ample amount of time, guys. If you need to baby step this thing, but I'm sorry, but it's like when you bite into a candy bar for the first time, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. As soon as you start understanding how sweet it is and how much you like it, you're like, I want the whole damn thing right now. So then you get sick and you start throwing up and you lay curled in the fetal position because you get chocolate poisoning.
That's
so.
Right. So you heard it here first. Prospecting makes you sick. Quote Greg McDaniel.
Actually, I think most agents would agree with me, Matt.
Well, that may be true.
I was talking with an agent the other day, and I'm like, so how's life, man? How's business? It's like, it's okay. Nah. I'm like, well, what are you doing for prospecting? Nothing.
Crickets.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you like to do? I don't know. Okay. Well, what are you doing later today? You golfing? Yeah. Well, why don't you bring a couple of people that you don't know that are from your sphere of influence and golf at this country club? I don't know. And I was just like, oh, Lord. What?
Some people just can't be helped.
They can't. And that's why we're going to talk today about the pop-by, Matt. And this is truly the art of the pop-by, guys. I'm going to give you some tips, tricks, tactics, scripts, timing, ideas, websites, things. Basically, if I ever hear any of you say you can't do a pop-by, I'm going to refer you back to this podcast, and please say, listen to this again. You'll get all the ideas you ever wanted.
All right. Well, where would you like to start? Let's. I think we need to first talk about the mindset of a pop-by. First of all, what it is and why you even want to do it. So, go for it.
Okay, guys, a pop-by is very much exactly what it sounds like. It is just you popping by someone's home to say hello. All right. Now, a lot of people say, God, I don't know if people are going to want to see me. I haven't talked to my client in a year. I haven't talked to my friend in a year. I haven't done this, haven't done that. You start going down this whole train of, your self-worth and how low it is. But I can guarantee you guys that your clients, your past clients, your leads, anybody that you think might be a good pop-by honestly wants to see you. And this is the reason why. They know, they like, and they trust you. Now, if they did a deal with you, they definitely like and trust you, okay? If they're prospects and you're doing consistent follow-up and you're bringing a value to their lives, they like and trust you. If they're friends and family, I hope they like and trust you. Well, family maybe not, but friends. You never know.
Depends on whether you're a normal, good human being, I guess.
Exactly. But you know what? Going by, here's a couple of examples. In my training class here at Rockcliffe, I was testing one of my classes about a year ago, and I said, okay, guys, because they were kind of irritating me at this moment. They weren't listening to what I was saying. I'm like, look, enough with the bullshit. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go by and you're going to see 3 people, okay? That's it. It takes you a week to see 3 people. And they all agreed that they would do it. And so they came in a week later, and I said, okay, so how'd they go? Each one of them gave me a unique story, but the one I'm going to share with you right now is probably one of the best ones ever. Is that this guy, he's a real estate agent in our company, and he owns a fitness center in San Ramon as well. So he said, Greg, can I go by and see one of my, my fitness clients? And I said, sure, man, go ahead. Why not? I mean, why not talk to him about real estate? So he brought a bottle of wine over to him. Hadn't seen him for a while. Hey, here's a bottle of wine. Gosh, how's life? They got so excited to see him. They both gave him hugs. They brought him into the house, and they all proceeded to drink the whole bottle of wine together. I've had people come back and say that they did a pop-by on the phone to their uncle because they're trying to cheat on me and go to the family and say I called and popped by 3 people. Well, lo and behold, hey, Unc, how's life? Good. How are you? Good. I'm getting my real estate license. No kidding. I'm going to write an offer on a property. Would you like to write the offer for me?
Nice.
It's like, really, guys? I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen to you is that they're not going to be home and you're going to leave them a note and they're going to call you back. Okay. They honestly want to go see you. So mindset, Matt, you have to understand that these people like you. That is it. Get out of your own damn way. Go say hi to them and do it right now. Well, not right now. Listen to our podcast and then go. But because you're not fully prepared yet, guys.
We just lost all of our viewers. They shoulder rolled right out the front door, right into their car. They just, we lost them. Thanks,
black-hearted. Well, let's just go home, Matt. Let's just end the podcast.
That's right. Okay, so that's the mindset. People do want to see you. They do know, like, and trust you. Hopefully, otherwise you shouldn't be popping by them to begin with. But that's who you want to limit it to, is people in your sphere. Past clients are fantastic. Social connections, business connections, whatever. Now,
friends and family are fine too.
Yeah, friends and family. Now, in terms of like who deserves a pop by, okay? So obviously we're talking about, potentially a half hour to get to somebody's house, even if you just stop by for a few minutes. I mean, we're talking round trip or whatever. So who deserves that kind of investment of time?
Past clients, current clients, leads, friends, family. I mean, guys, another great thing is if you're doing the calls, doing door knocking or something like that, or if you did a CMA for someone or a family, go by and see their house. Like Tom today, they emailed me. He wrote me a very nice email thanking me for my time and for my CMA that I dropped off for him. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go pop by and say hi to him. I'm going to write him a thank you letter and pop by and deliver the letter to him and say, hey, Tom, man, thanks so much for the email. I really appreciate it. I'll keep my eyeballs peeled for you in Round Hill. You guys, oh, by the way, I gave him a $25 gift certificate to Forbes Mill here in town. Yep. You should have seen the smile on that man's face. Okay. He was grinning.
How can you not smile?
And $25 off? Are you kidding me? It's like a free. I actually tried it, guys. I actually had to try it. And I love ribeyes. And so I walked in there and I said, well, I'll give me that ribeye, $27 steak. Here's a $25 gift certificate. Best $2 steak I've ever had in my life.
That's a great line. It's the best $2 steak I've ever had.
No, but so guys, it can be people you meet out and about. It could be people you meet in social groups, maybe kid groups. It could be anyone you make a connection with is a pop by possibility. Don't go out and spend your entire day doing pop bys, but do maybe one a day, maybe 2 a day. Plan it on the way that you're going to be driving either to work or from work, or maybe you have a meeting in the neighborhood or something like that. And that's actually what leads you into some of the scripts that we have for you. Because if Matt is my past client, I haven't talked to him in a year and a half. He's had 3 kids at this point with his wife, Linda. Becky. Jake.
Now, are they all 12 pound? You keep saying I'm having like 12-pound babies. Are they all?
How about one's a 6, one's at 8, and one's at 12? Okay. So you got some big kids.
All right.
What was your wife's name? Becky? I think it was Becky.
Something like that.
Okay. Well, you and Becky have 3 kids now.
Right.
And I haven't seen you in 2 years. And so, 2 different scripts, guys, that it doesn't make me look weird. Like, hi, Matt, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you forever. I'm here. Let's hang. No.
Are we going to role play this out?
No. This is actually really easy. So, okay. Well, you give me your opinion. Which one you like best? Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Hi, Matt. Hey, man. I was in the area at another meeting, and I actually just wanted to come on by and just kind of see if you're home, man. Glad I caught you. Is the fact that you're in the area on another meeting. So it wasn't like I drove from my office 20 minutes away just to come and knock on your door, hoping to God that you were there. Okay.
Right. No, that's not good. That's a little too much pressure.
That's no bueno. Here's another one. Hey, Matt, what's going on, man? Shoot. You know what? I was on my way home. You popped into my mind, and I just wanted to come on by and just see if you were home, man. How's life? Okay. I'm on the way home. I'm on the way to a meeting. I just came from a meeting. Those are all very genuine things to say, because if you weren't actually going home right then, you're going to go home at some point. Well,
we hope so. Yeah, I like the on the way to the meeting, because it almost puts a natural time limit on things, so they don't feel like you intend to stay. You're not staying very long. You know what I'm saying? Like it sets this natural, hey, I'm just popping by for a very short amount of time, and then I'm off to this.
Right. You're not like, so what's for dinner?
That's right.
Is that pot roast I smell?
That's right. Was that $2 steak?
That's a damn good steak, damn it. But those are some of the scripts that I would highly recommend you guys, just for easy stuff. And then once you break past why you're creepily on their front porch, and I say that very tongue in cheek, but the reason why you actually came by is to bring value to them. And that after you break the ice with them and let them know that you're in the area for whatever meeting, then what I do is I go into the Ford family, occupation, recreation, and dreams script. So that I can talk about Matt's family. Oh my God, you have 2 new kids. Holy crap, how big are these ones? Occupation. Are you still working doing tech? Oh, you're not? Oh shoot, what's going on? Where are you now? Blah, yada yada. Recreation. Oh, you picked up boating? No kidding, man. Sweet. And hey, dude, what are you planning on doing with all that new money you're making, dude? Wink, wink, nug, nug. Playing around with them. Want to buy some investment properties? Of course, the conversations are obviously going to take very different paths, but let them take a natural path. Okay. Don't try to direct it down a certain course, because literally you are there just to hang. You're there just to say, what's up? How's life? What's new? Oh, you got to go? Hey, no problem, man. Great seeing you. I'll catch you later. Let's grab a beer, and you're done. So a lot of the people actually at that point, they kind of ask me, Greg, what should I bring? What do I bring? What do I bring for a pop by? First, guys, you got to bring yourself. You want to bring a smile. Okay, those are two things you definitely want to bring with you, and then something of value. Now, I'm not sorry. I have an itchy nose, and I do not know what is going on. It must be all this cold air, Matt.
Yeah.
I can't stand this. Can't believe this 55-degree weather we're having. It's a damn
right. Ooh, downright
ice
chilly
storm out there.
That's right.
So bring something of value. So I know Matt is really into music, right? And he can sing and he can play piano. So if I found something that maybe is an article or maybe a coupon or something that maybe a performer that maybe he might like to go see, I could bring information about it. But it's something of genuinely understanding the other person. It can be as simple as a coupon to an ice cream shop that just started up. If the people have a couple of kiddos, it can be as extravagant as you want to go. But I would try to keep it simple. I do the $25 gift certificate to Forbes Mill or any other gift certificate that our team partners up with, because it gives me another reason to go buy. If you don't want to do that, a very free, easy, and a strong call to action for a return call or a conversation about real estate without you initiating anything verbal is go to Zillow, go to the Zestimate page, print out the Zestimate of the home, and then in your own handwriting or with the good old sticky notes, right on there, Matt, I can't believe Zillow is saying your home is so low. I think your home is worth much more. Want to get together and find out, Greg? Something like that. And then you just leave it for them. And it's that simple. And you leave your card, leave that, and you're out the door. It's effective because, I came up with a script the other day, Matt, and I was driving because I was thinking about doing this podcast and everything. And it popped in my mind. And if anyone steals this in my market, I'll be very upset. But I'll also be very proud of you that you actually took initiative. So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But I always thought about doing a card of some sort that says, big bold letters, stop believing Zillow's lies, find out your home's true value. Something like that to demonize the big Zillow and, make me the knight in shining armor riding the white steed into the battle against Goliath.
Okay.
Something like that. But, I
think you're just looking for an excuse to have like a photo shoot.
Are you saying there's an opportunity for that?
Is that
in the budget for us?
One you want. I'm sure in the Bay Area you can find a photographer and a costumer that are more than willing to come out and do like a knight in shining armor theme. So if you want to do it, you go for it. Don't you dare tempt me. That's right. That is interesting, though. That's a very interesting idea. I would say be careful of where the area that you do that in. Let's say you're in the Midwest, and your average Zestimate is, let's say 10% over or something like that, like implying that their house may be worth more than the Zestimate. Will get you a call. Will not necessarily get you a listing, because then when you run the comps and you're like, ooh.
I really stepped in it this time, didn't I?
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna have to knock like 20 grand off this estimate just to get it.
or reword it to the point like, hey Matt, sorry I missed you. This is what Zillow is saying about the value of your home. Want to get together and chat, Greg?
Yeah, that's a good one too. I like that.
That's a lot, that keeps you out of the doghouse with your clientele, but still is a strong call to action. The wife nudges the husband, "Hey, honey, did you know the Joneses just sold for $620 down the street, and this is saying we're worth $780? What do you think we should do?" It's just
property tax time is another good time for something like that.
Yeah, property tax time is another really good time. Any of those are just
Now, what about, obviously we're coming into the holidays. That's part of why we selected this topic anyway. So is there any giveaways or leave behind or value add objects that directly tie in with the holidays that you can throw out there?
Yeah, I mean, once you guys get together, be the initiators in your core marketplaces, and go out there and get a cookie exchange going, or get I don't know, shit. You guys come up with something. My parents do a cookie exchange, every year. But if you went by and you invited people to an event personally versus a call, a letter, an email, a text, but you actually went and said, "Hey, Matt, would you like to come? I'm hosting a Christmas party. It's a pop in, pop out kind of a thing. We're going to have some eggnog and, hot cocoa and blah, blah, blah. It's going to be at my place from blank to blank." That might be a really warm way of going around and doing it. I think it would give an opportunity to get some of those leads and prospects. They might actually come to this event, and then, they would be able to get to know you outside of the office, outside of you wearing your real estate hat. And let's face it, guys, eggnog, a little bit of rum. I mean, that's going to liven up any party.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think probably the thing that most people would struggle with is how do I steer the conversation to real estate? And show it. I think people want scripts because there's a security blanket factor there of knowing exactly what to say and thinking that that's what does it. If you show up on somebody's doorstep or you give somebody in your sphere of influence a call, they know you're in real estate. So it's not like you have to even necessarily steer the conversation that way. That was one of the things that was really interesting. I interviewed a guy named Jason Shinpa, and he has a team where 60 to 70% of their business comes from referrals, and he has all of his agents call their own personal sphere and their past clients, but he also has his agents calling his own personal sphere. They don't know these people; they're just calling his sphere and calling on his behalf, and even that works. So it's not like they don't have to have, and he's very unscripted, very natural, similar to you. Just call up and say, "Hey, how's things going? I just was thinking about you. Thought I'd give you a quick call." Yeah. And then they take it from there, and then if there's an opening, he'll say something. But usually the other person, because they know what you do, they'll bring it up. But even if they don't, it's still a subtle reminder that you're there, you're doing well, you're in business, you're busy. Hey, got to run, I've got a client, blah, 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 and that, kind of all kinds of different ways that you can, kind of throw that in there. But so Craig's running and getting something, a script or something.
Yes, but, sorry. I have what I wanted to tie into what you were saying, and I was looking around for it desperately, and I found it pinned up, thank God. And I will get these over to Matt, and Matt will find a place to put them maybe. But these are reasons to do follow-up calls or pop-bys. So we'll go over those, but I want to first touch on your script that you were talking about, how for people to really kind of feel comfortable talking. Guys, it's not a script. That's the most incredible thing about it, okay? It's your Ford, family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Stick to that and ask them questions. Be curious and inquisitive about what's new in their life, and they will absolutely, evidently eventually ask you about real estate. Greg, how's the real estate market? Are prices still going up? That gives you the opportunity, and your response is this. This is one of the greatest scripts I heard. And it's so Matt, ask me how the real estate market is.
Okay. Hey Greg, so how's the real estate market right now?
Oh, well, it really depends, Matt. Are you thinking about buying, selling, investing, renting? I mean, what are you thinking of doing? Because it's different for all of them.
Well, yeah. Selling and buying. Yeah, so it basically allows you to kind of narrow down, and you're not the typical realtor like, hey, the market's great, and it's like December, and it's 5 degrees below zero, and everybody's holed up in their house.
Or 55 degrees, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're still holed up in their house. It's San Francisco, so if it's under 55 degrees, everybody, it's like a frozen tundra.
No, but it is really true because, right now in our marketplace, it's hot. Things are moving. We got a lot of buyers, not too many sellers. So, what if Matt's thinking about buying? I'd be honest, hey, Matt, right now, man, it's a little bit, it's pretty hot out there for buyers. We're seeing overbid for if the homes are in the right prices in the right areas. But if you're a seller and you price it correctly and you stage it up and the whole nine, you're going to get a really good showing. So if you're thinking of selling, I would recommend it highly for you. Investing, maybe I might want to hold off for a little bit. We'll let this market price, because the sellers on those know what's going on as well. And renting, holy criminating, dude. Get into something ASAP. The rents are going through the roof. Don't wait around on that stuff. So there's different answers for each one, guys. Understand that. Go back and listen to that whole segment Matt and I just did right there until you become more comfortable with it. So again, stick to your forward: family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Now, they don't have to go in that order. They can go in any order you want, and they're just a backbone. Just ask questions, as many as you can, to these people. Get engaged and get curious about them. They will in turn get curious about you. Then answer the question: are you thinking of buying, selling, renting, or investing? That is your script, guys. That will carry you through any conversation. And if it's time to go, hey, Matt, great to see you, buddy. I don't want to keep you. I know you're busy. By the way, how can I help you grow your business this coming year? So on the leave, how do I help you grow your business? Or Matt, what does your perfect client look like? I meet a lot of people. Who can I maybe introduce you to?
Yeah. Great lines for anybody that's sales, business owner, anything where you can introduce them to somebody. Another good one is just, hey, is there anybody I can connect you with that would be of value to you?
That's another good one. But I really like that one. Anyone I can connect you with? Reversed it. Very cool. Okay, Matt, let's adjust it here really quickly. I know we're getting to our tail end here.
Yeah, just a few minutes left.
But I want to talk to the person who's sitting there, arms crossed, leg crossed, leaning back away from the computer going, these guys are flipping idiots. I'm never going to pop by anybody. I don't want to do it. Well, okay, why don't we take away the stress and the pain and the fear for you, and let's do a digital pop by. Now, some of the most successful young agents in my office are doing personalized Facebook messages. Okay, so make friends with. You should have all of your friends. I mean, all of your past clients, sphere of influence, prospects, everybody that's on Facebook. You should better be friends with them. Okay, it could be either your personal page if you want to show off that side of you, or your professional side. You choose, but reach out. So Matt's a prospect of mine, and I have him in my friends category as a prospect, and I just scroll through, hit that feed. There he is, Matt, personal message. Hey, Matt, what's going on, man? Long time no talk. Have you been getting my emails on those homes I've been sending to you? By the way, want to grab a beer? And chat? Something like that. So if they don't respond to you, you don't have to leave the office. You don't have to actually talk to a human, God forbid, verbally. I mean, typing's okay because you don't have to hear their voice. And it's very efficient because people. It's like when you see a text message, okay? That text message comes through. There's about a 95% chance you're going to get a response within 1 to 3 minutes because people can't help themselves. It's like a cat to a laser. They just got to get it, right? I got to figure out what the hell that thing is. The same thing with a
vivid analogy. The cat to a laser.
What is that? But they'll see the thing pop up on Facebook. Ooh, ding! Right. One red little thing. What the heck is that? Ooh, wait, Greg, what's going on there? Click, read, respond. Try it, guys. It's the holiday season. If you want some additional ideas for pop-by items, go to popbyideas.com. Yes, that is a legitimate site. Take it with a grain of salt. She has scripts along with every product that is on there. It is seasonal. So it will give you some good ideas. Some of them are cheesy, but it
works. It depends on your personality and your age group.
Does work. It does work. Cheesy does work. Sorry, guys, it does happen. Because people know it and they laugh about it. Like, that was so cheesy. By the way, dude, come on in.
Yeah, be memorable or die.
Yeah. Such a finality on that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So what about videos? What about posting videos to people on Facebook?
That's another thing that I was going to say is start sending specific videos out to people. And let's say the Facebook message thing isn't enough. Start doing a video on your iPhone. Okay, here's an example. Yesterday, guys, I was driving back from recording a radio segment down in Fremont, and I was driving down the freeway, and they had some signs saying rough road. Well, it's always rough in this one place. Well, I hit 3 or 4 potholes the size of Manhattan. And it cracked one of my rims right there on the freeway going 75 to 80 miles an hour. It blew out my tire, and I had to take my car, and I thank God was able to get off the freeway, get to a gas station, and call AAA and the whole nine. I'm fine. The car is fine, except for a cracked rim. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg. But I did a video about it. Okay, more of a cautionary tale. Hey guys, everybody be safe. Don't, be aware of what's going on over on 680. It was a madhouse out there. Last time I checked, I had 687 views on that video, and I didn't post it or anything else. So you should do the same thing. Do videos and post them to people or groups of friends, okay, that have something to do that will impact their life. Because I had 3 people share that out to their people so that all their friends could see it. Yeah. It grows exponentially. So and it was an aha moment for me yesterday that I always do videos about real estate. I'm always doing stuff about, what I know about, but why don't you, if you're at an event or something, why don't you Periscope it or blab it? Why don't you take a video of it and post it so people can, enjoy it with you? People love emotion. They want to be emotionally involved. They want to be drawn to things, okay? So give them something to be drawn to. Give them something positive. During the holiday season is one of the biggest times where people commit suicide out of loneliness. Be something that is bringing light and joy to them. Reach your hand out to that person that you haven't talked to and give them an encouraging word. You don't know if that could save their life literally that day, or it could get them out of a funk from a fight or from a breakup or something else during the holidays. Yeah. Reach out and just say hi, guys. It is going to be a powerful, powerful social experiment for you. And you know what? If they don't do business with you today, they might do business with you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. Now, before my heart warms over and I accidentally turn into a better person, let's move on. For the people that are still with us, I want to give them a special bonus. Greg, would you mind going into the carousel script? I want to share with people how to use pop buys to generate leads.
Oh, good idea, Matt. Yeah, okay, so the carousel script, guys, is something that Terry, the original grandmaster, my father, came up with. So here's how it is. So you're at a Popeye, right? I'm Matt, how's life? What's going on? Blah, 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 yakety schmackety K, you're not moving, life is fine, everything else. So here's how the script starts. Matt, hey, dude, I'm super pumped you love the house and you're not moving anywhere. Okay, now, physically what I do, I'm going to come around and go shoulder to shoulder with Matt. And we're going to be facing the street, okay? Then I'm going to take my finger, imagine you guys are the street, and I'm going to go point to, well, what about that neighbor, that neighbor, that neighbor, that neighbor, that neighbor, this neighbor, and your next door neighbor. And then what you do is you come back around outside, then you're back to facing Matt, and you have a big smile on your face. You're kind of listening to what he's going to say. 85 to 90% of the time, guys, especially since it's you're someone you already know, they're going to tell you everything about everybody on that street, such as, well, my next door neighbor, they moved in about 6 months ago. They're a young family with 2 kids. That's an older couple over there. I think she might have cancer. Poor thing. She's such a love. This guy's a single guy. He travels a lot. I think he works for Oracle. Those 2 fight like cats and dogs. If you could make them move, I would love you for life, but you didn't hear that from me, okay? This guy's going to be selling. They're getting a divorce. These guys, I don't think they're going anywhere. They just had another child. And then my next door neighbor on this side, she's a widower, very sweet lady. She might be moving though, because I think the house is getting too big for her. So what happened in that very simple conversation, Matt didn't know it, but he just gave me 2 leads. Well, we have the people that are getting a divorce, and we have this wonderful old grandma next door that the house is too big. So what do? Well, thanks, Matt. Good to see you, man. High five, rock and roll, knuckle it out. All right, let's go say hi. I'm going to roll out of here. So you go next door. Hey, grandma, how's life? I'm a friend of Matt's. I'm kind of introducing myself to the neighbors, and you kind of go down this. You get the conversation going. Do you know anyone thinking about maybe making a move, or maybe you thinking about making a move? How long have you been here? You go through the forward script again. Walk over to the dysfunctional folks, have a conversation with them. So then you just take the addresses and you put them on your mailers and you start dripping out to them, because now you become the realtor top of mind. And once you do that, there's about an 80% chance that they will at least reach out to you. Okay. And say, hey, look, I'm thinking about selling. Do you want to come over and give me your pitch? Okay. But yeah, Matt, good job on bringing up the carousel. They're very, very powerful. You could even ask your past client, hey, Matt, would you mind giving me an introduction to your neighbor? Your elderly neighbor, Gladys, that might be thinking about making a move. I'd love to just stay in contact with her and help her. Maybe give her some good ideas of some retirement homes if she's looking at them. Stuff like that, guys. So hopefully that got your mind
help that process along. Can I offer you some brochures on these lovely retirement communities?
So if you're looking to kick the bucket.
Yeah, that was awesome. I feel like a skilled nursing facility may be better off for you. I'm no doctor, but that's funny. All right, anyway, we got to wrap this baby up. Okay, so any last words on pop buys, scripts, improvising, anything like that you want to leave people with today?
Just go do it, guys. You're going to get 100% no's if you never do it. All right. So get out there and say hi. I'm guilty of it myself. Sometimes I completely puss out and like, I don't want to do it. They're not going to like me. But then I go out and I talk to them and it's like, hey, Greg, how's life, man? What's new? Are you dating? Are you single? How's business? Where you live in? The whole thing. And it turns into an incredibly enjoyable thing. Our team hands out C's candy every year to our past clients. And so it just gives us a really good, easy in. And people, honestly, no joke, if they don't get their C's, they call. Like, they call. And they're like, so I'm not make the list this year or what? We're like, no, we're just going slow. It's getting to you.
That's right. I never tried C's candy, but I'll expect my gift basket in the mail here shortly. Thank you, Greg, in advance.
Matt, it's always in the mail, buddy.
Oh, okay, it's always in the mail. Okay,
it just might get lost. Who knows what's going to happen?
All right,
gift basket.
Well, with that, let's send this baby home. So this has been the art of the pop buy. So thank you so much for those of you that are still watching. We appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed that carousel script. That's really, really powerful. Very effective stuff. Just a quick thank you to our sponsors once again, Viral Marketing. They cut the check to help make hangouts and interviews and podcasts like this happen. So check them out at getviral.com. Remember, viral marketing is with a Y. So check them out. Greg's a client. That's how me and Greg met. You can see Greg's video blog is mcdanielcallahan.blogspot.com, so you can actually see what Viral does for Greg and all the videos that he does on real estate and how he uses that to keep in touch with past clients. Anyway, and then if you're interested in generating buyer leads, especially if you're anywhere in or around the Bay Area, definitely get hooked up with Greg so that he can send you over to Pierce, who runs Equity, a buyer lead generation program out of there. So, and then as always, subscribe to Real Estate Uncensored right here on YouTube. If you want the audio versions, head on over to iTunes or Stitcher and subscribe there. If you want to see Greg's various blabbing and periscoping and meerkatting about town.
Am I blabbing up? I blab.
That's right. So make sure to follow him on Twitter at McDaniel Systems.
Yeah, guys, Toby Salgado from Super Agents Live, he and I do a standing 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time call. I've been doing it for a long period of time to do kind of behind-the-scenes strategy for both podcasts. It's accountability. The other day, about a month ago, he and I had the idea to start blabbing these and inviting anybody who would like to join in our conversations and keep them going. So we did do it today. Toby was slammed, but we are on schedule for next week. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, guys. Let's get blabbing together. And then right after that, Matt and I step in and we do a live Google Hangout with you guys. So we do this for you. We love you guys. Thank you so much. You make it worthwhile. I love interacting with you guys. Absolutely love interacting with you. It really does make my day. It makes me feel very thankful that I am helping, Matt and I are helping folks in their careers and making more money and make them feel satisfied. So like I said, I dare you to reach out to me. I guarantee you I will reach back and it will blow your mind because you'll be like, wait, I just called you 2 minutes ago. How in the hell did you call me so fast? And if there's anything or any subject matter that you would like a podcast to be done on a specific subject, please write into us. call me. Remember, 925-915-1978 is my cell, or text me and put your name in there, please, if you're texting me. And give me some ideas of podcast, guys. Matt and I will tailor make a podcast for you. But
That's
again,
right. You can also shoot him an email at greg@mcdanielrealestatesystems.com.
Yeah, guys. Hey, thank you so much again. Really appreciate you. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one.
All right. Thanks so much, guys.